Here's how this busy dad lost 12 pounds and got stronger. Today, I'm sitting here with my client Mark. He lost 12 pounds, got stronger, and skyrocketed his energy without sacrificing his career or family life. So we will break down how we did it so you can do the same. So, Mark, where were you before working with me?
Yeah, probably, probably struggling a little bit with in a few areas, to be honest, Felix. So, certainly my weight wasn't where I wanted to be. Still not ideal, but it's certainly much better. And my energy levels were all over the place, really. And that's improved immensely, actually, since we started to work together. So
Yeah,
it's pretty great now from that point of view. It's really important to me because I've got a young family and I've got a busy life in general. And things I want to do and places I want to go. And so I need energy to get there, really. So that was number one priority for me, and that's been, yeah, I've nailed that, really. So thanks for that.
good. So you said a bit like of the energy, struggling to like lose weight before.
Yes.
What would you say was like one of the biggest things in terms of like your fitness, like the biggest struggle?
I thought the biggest priority before we started to work together was actually to lose weight. But I realized after we started to work together, my biggest priority was actually to, you know, improve my energy levels. And I
Yeah,
found that because of a couple of the things we started, we did at the start, I thought, I noticed then how I really needed the energy
yeah,
to do that and to master some of those other areas. So that ended up being my top priority, and that's what I've focused on number one, and then everything else that sort of came in step with that. And so some of the work we've done has been really
yeah,
helpful to that. But then, the weight loss and things like that happened alongside that as well. So
yeah.
everything sort of happens at once. It's really, really good in
Yeah,
that sense.
100%. Yeah, it's like that. Like a lot of times, we want start with just like wanting to lose weight, build muscles, but then we realize like how good we feel, our health, all
Yeah,
improves.
yeah, yeah,
We start like care about those things a lot too.
totally.
Yeah. And in terms of like losing the weight, increasing your energy, building muscle, what would you say were like the biggest challenges like before working with you?
That's probably, I think one of the things that's been most helpful with yourself, Felix, has been a text message every day and that accountability. Because one of the things that, I let myself off the hook, and I let myself tell myself unhelpful stories, and made excuses for myself because something was busy or whatever it happened to be. But then the very fact that I knew that text message was coming every day, then that kept me to it, and that helped me with the discipline. And the discipline is the key to everything, really. So
Yeah.
I realize that now. It's an obvious thing to say, but doing the same thing every day is the
Yeah.
key to it all.
That's the thing. Yeah, consistency is key. And then, like you said,
Yeah,
when you find the thing that works, then it's just like
yes,
repeating it every day and like
that's it.
not quitting, and then you get the results.
Yeah, exactly. That was exactly it. So it took us a wee while to figure out a diet pattern that I could work to and stick to. But once we did, then I just do that every day. The odd time I'll slip up here and there, but in the main, 19 days out of 20, pretty much it will be. I just do the same thing every day, and
Yeah,
it works.
completely. And what were your biggest concerns before working with me?
I don't know about concerns would probably just put it work. That was the main thing. Could I do it? Could I fit it onto my day? Told myself the old story that there's not enough time. I'm too busy. Things like that. So all of those sorts of things, because I do generally have, my day's pretty full from 5:30 in the morning to, sort of night, 9:30, 10 at night. So it was how to manage that. But I found that actually working with you really helped that, because that lifted I didn't have to think about that because you thought about that for me, and then I just had to do what you said.
Yeah,
And then the text message came every day, and that made it much easier. So
yeah,
that was really good in that sense, because I was wrestling with that for a little while. in the 6 months probably before we started to work together, where I was trying to fit all of that the mental load of trying to think about what way do I need to exercise, what way do I need to eat, what way do I need to do other bits and pieces like sleep and things like that. But I just found it really hard to manage manage that on top of everything else that I'm doing at the minute. So the very fact that you helped me navigate all of that was really really helpful.
That's good to hear. And that's also something like a lot of people can think that, yeah, are
Mm.
busy, like your family, man, career, they think,
Yeah,
yeah, I can't like have a coach, like take care of my fitness and prioritize it because it will just like take too much time. But
yeah,
it actually like saves you time if you have someone that
yeah.
guides you
That's
and
yeah,
make it fit your schedule and use the most efficient ways possible to get you the results. So
yeah.
I like that you mentioned that.
Yeah, and probably something you did at the very start as well when we had our first chats was, you got me to think about why it's important and things like that.
Yeah,
So say, like, I do have a young son and that, and you think, crikey, I'll be about for a long, long time for him, to see him grow up on that. So that's been something that was helpful for me, and it turned it from it changed the whole, it changed everything really in the sense that it stopped me trying to push at something and put effort on and use willpower to eat the right things, do the right things, and it changed that dynamic into more of a pull effect where now I've got a clear purpose that I'm working towards, and then that helps me a lot. That Friday evening, whenever you've been at work all week and you're pretty much wrecked and tired, then it's quite easy to go and eat the wrong foods and things like that whenever the willpower is depleted. But that seems very simple, but that's made quite a difference, I think.
yeah. I think that too. Like you made a whole like lifestyle change.
Yes, yeah, that.
Yeah, and I remember in the beginning, sometimes it would not fall off the diet. I needed to
Yeah,
help you stay on track. But then after like a few months, you were just like following it. I didn't even need to like tell you anything. It just
yeah,
became
yeah,
part of lifestyle, and that's when
that's
you
right.
can really get the like great results and change your health and body.
Yeah, and then it all comes back to the energy in me and like the other best in place, like because we've done a bit of work to improve sleep habits and things like that. And actually, that made a really big difference, and I think that's probably making a difference to weight loss and things like that as well, because my sleep was pretty terrible for a little while because I've got a little toddler and that. But
Yeah,
things like that I think have really helped. Certain definitely the energy level and this affect
yeah,
other things as well.
yeah. And on that topic, how long have you been working with me, Mark?
6 months, probably is about that, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's before Christmas time. I can't remember
yeah.
exactly when we started,
Yeah,
but
I think it's
November time, something like that.
yeah,
October, November.
it was 6 months. I think it was the end of October we started, and
Yeah,
now
that'd be about
we
right.
started in May. So yeah, it
Yeah.
was 6 months. And what's been your favorite part about my help?
Yeah, I don't know if favourite's the right word, but the most helpful has been the accountability. That
Yeah,
text message every day. And that's really helpful. Some days I was looking forward to it because I knew that a cracking day and everything was good. And other days I looked forward to it less.
yeah,
But it was really important. That was the most important thing for me personally because it helped instill the discipline, and now the discipline is there really. So, but it helped me make that happen.
100%. Accountability is
Yeah,
powerful when you need to start a new habit that you don't really have done before, and it's a bit harder to just like get the momentum up.
yeah.
Accountability can yeah, really powerful in that sense. And Mark, what made you take the step and decide to start working with me?
I just thought about it. I think a coach is a coach. Like I've got coaches and mentors in different parts of my life, and I see the benefits of that. approach. As I said earlier, it shortens the time frame to achieve your goals, and that's the main thing I would say. And then that realization so that okay, it works in other parts of my life. Sure, it'll work in this part of my life as well, and indeed it has.
Yeah, definitely. Same with me. I have had many coaches. I have coaches right now helping with my business, and yeah, you get the results faster. Like you shorten the time frame, like you said.
Yeah,
You have like a proven roadmap to follow, someone who has done it before to guide you, and you
exactly.
don't need
Yes.
to waste time to guess what to do yourself. You can just do the work and get the results.
That's right. Because I know I could have probably got there myself, but it would have it would probably take me a couple of years, and I didn't really have time to do it, and I would have been inconsistent, and it would have.
Yeah,
There's a danger we get frustrated and go backwards, and it's a clear path that you just work towards. So
so
yeah,
true.
I think
Yeah,
it's a really valuable valuable approach in life in general. I think.
yeah, yeah. That's the thing. I think now I've been like training for 5 years,
Yeah,
but I got like a really good physique after well, like 4 years. And I think if I had a coach from the start who has like done it before to help me, I could been there probably after 2 years. So you definitely
yeah,
can
yeah.
like save a lot of time, and yeah, don't need to waste energy to figure out everything yourself.
That's right. That's right. For find somebody who's done it before, and you know, shorten your time, just shorten your learning curve.
Yeah,
It's a good way to approach things.
yeah, sure. And Mark, what results have you achieved now after working together for 6 months?
Pretty good, in fairness, Felix. So the top one is energy is great. I track my energy every day. I score it every day. It's now consistently between 8 and 9 every day. I feel great. I feel great all consistently throughout the week as well. Whereas I've always been fairly good from an energy point of view early in the week, but then I was fine before I started to work with you. Come Friday evening, I was done. And coincidentally, it's nearly Friday evening. I feel great. So yeah, so that's been brilliant. I've lost 12 pounds, which is really good. But I think it's really more than that because I think there's a lot more tone to my body now than there was when we started to work together. So I think that I'm probably selling myself short in the 12 pounds to be honest. Yeah, I'm just feeling much better. My sleep's much better. So generally, my health and fitness has overall improved. Quite a step actually.
Awesome to hear. Lost 12 pounds. You said the energy has been way better. You're
Yeah.
healthier, and you like more muscular and stronger too. Right?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. But a wee bit more muscle. Well, quite a bit more muscle. A lot better. I do exercise. Consistently every week. Set times every week now, whereas it would have been a bit patchy now before we started to work together. And would have been very frequent at all actually. So yeah, so much better, much improved. So grateful for your help on that.
Pretty nice. And on that topic, how has your life improved since starting?
Well, I say the energy is everything really. So much better in terms of family life, much more energy to play with my son in the evening.
Mm,
From a work point of view, much more productive in my work, actually. A
that's
lot more
great.
productive. It's not just to do with that, it's to do with some, other skills and that I've learned, but certainly that's an important part of that. So that's been really valuable. So yeah, so life all around improving, and that's the key reason why, I think.
Yeah, sounds great. You perform better in your career. You can show up for your
Yeah.
family more. Yeah,
Yeah, and to the
very,
point
very
now,
impressive.
Felix, that I've got more energy now, so um and so what I'm doing is I'm going to start my own side business as well. So that's something I've long wanted to do, but I didn't physically have the energy to do it, to be honest. So that's something I'm going to be starting in the next couple of months. So really excited about that as well. So yeah, life's
Yeah,
really good.
gotta keep me updated on how it goes.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, but that's also a very underrated thing. For example, me, like a few years ago, I also tried to like start a business and things like that, but I didn't have like the discipline, energy, productivity to
Yeah.
like stick to it. But then now when I was in like great shape, then it is became easier to build build a business and stick to it and grow it
Yeah.
and make it work. So yeah, that's also very powerful in that way. And Mark, would you recommend me to a friend and why?
Yeah, totally, Felix. I think you're great to work with. I think I really enjoyed working with you. And I think it's just that you've done it before. You know the path, and I say the accountability aspect of how you work with people is really, certainly with me, I know it's been really really helpful. So I definitely would recommend you.
Awesome. That's great to hear. Great to hear. Cool. So this was Mark, my client. We worked together for 6 months. And like you heard, he lost 12 pounds, increased his energy, and got stronger. And if you're now watching this, you also want help to build more muscle, lose fat, increase your energy, book a call with the link in the description. And I will, show you how I can help you get there too. Take care.
Good. Thank you, Felix. See you later.